Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions. You are watching I Watch You Watch. We're covering Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode 6, possibly 5. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for coming to my channel. And I would appreciate your support by liking this video. And you can subscribe if you are new. And leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. Now, I'm just going to let you know, I watched the episode this morning. Didn't write anything down. Normally, I do it right after I watch the show. I have to do it by memory, and I'm sure I'm not going to get every detail, so don't ask. Unfortunately. I don't know how y'all going to agree with me or not agree with me. That's fine. It's good that we're different. Just be respectful. Keep it cute. Like Kimmy said this past weekend in her confessional, keep it cute. We continue on with the photo shoot for the Cowgirls. Toya is being Toya. I think she's having a ball being able to boss around these women that have stomped on her for so many years. I think that she really likes that. She couldn't do it alone, so I don't know who hired her or whatever, but it looks like, I'll say that Toya did it. They hired Shalea. Shalea is, at least a drag queen, but possibly she's a Beyonce impersonator. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't know all the lingo of what to say. So she comes, and she's there to guide creatively to get these women more freer to be more sexy. Now T had, how can I say this properly? Brownleaf had buttless pants on with no butt. So everything is just pretty much covered up around here, everywhere, until you get to the back and you see that and you're like, ooh, she don't even have no butt. I'm like, oh, that sucks to me. You come from Texas. Y'all ain't eat that much cornbread down there? Aren't y'all famous for ribs and all that good stuff? Okay, whatever. So they're getting everybody together. Contessa, I think, does she stand out? She stands out. I mean, her body is banging or whatever, so she's cool. They do all that. Meanwhile, back in Atlanta, which I'm really kind of over this Simone and her husband doing these little, because y'all look like y'all just doing stuff for stunts and shows. It's not that, how can I say this? Not that flamboyant of the things that you do, but it's just like, these grown boys have been out of the house for a year, I guess. And now you're teaching them how to cook. What were y'all doing from 0 to whatever age they are? I think Miles is in his mid-20s. Michael, either 19 or 20. Michael is not too interested in it because he's ready for stuff to be done right now. As, what's his name? Simone's husband. I can't even remember his name, but oh well. It's showing him. Miles, I think I finally get what you guys are saying, that you guys think that he's on the spectrum. I don't see him. I see them kind of carrying him, if you know what I mean, even in that scene. He seemed disinterested, but it wasn't the same type of disinterest that Michael had. It was just like, do you even get what all that you're doing here as far as cooking or whatever? Of course, the girls are doing whatever. And also, I'm sleepy too. I do apologize. It's rude. It's been kind of weird as to how my schedule has been, but it's like the holiday, and I'm glad also we're getting a break from Bravo. My algorithm is going to be off, but at this moment, this is it. So this is, you want to say, just a winter break because of the holiday season. So it'll be 2 weeks before they return back. January 5th, I think you come back. So just to be prepared for that. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, so, is his name Cedric? I don't know. Cecil, that's what it is. I knew I would get it. Eugene takes his boys, Ashton and Avery, to a place to make scents. Like a SCENT, a scent, aroma scent. And they're there just bonding. I will just say this, enjoying the fathers taking time out. I'm glad that Eugene has found time to spend with the family. Because remember, a couple years ago, Toya was really upset because of the hours. He was doing a lot of COVID hours. He was stuck at the emergency room, but still needing to be the man of her dreams and provide everything of her dreams with no help from her. So it's like, it's good that he's been able to carve out time, and we've seen more than one scene of them actually having where he's spending time with his boys, or at least with his family. His boys are included in on it, so it's pretty cool. I don't know which one they say is a lot more tenacious and going after the girls, but anyways, they would prefer if the boys didn't start having sex until at least their late years in high school, so probably junior, senior year. They think one of the boys probably will have it pretty soon. It's highly unlikely. They don't want to know about it. Y'all gonna want to know about it, so stop. So yeah, so they're making their own sense and all that. It's pretty cool. On the other flip side, which was a very sentimental moment, Dr. Damon is out with Laura and also Damon Jr. Damon Jr. is going to be going out of state to finish up his dentistry. I thought he was about done since he's already doing stuff at Dr. Heavenly's office. But whatever, it's cool, whatever. So he's tried to buy some things because Laura is now going to be off campus living during her sophomore year. Congratulations. Sometimes that doesn't happen for a lot of students. I know that some you can't even do anything until junior year or possibly senior year as far as off campus anything. So congratulations to Laura already down at FAMU. So they're talking and getting stuff, and Dr. Damon saying how proud he is of both of them. He talks to them individually, and he says, even, was it Zach? I said Damon Jr. Damon Jr. is the one that don't want to be on the camera. Zachary is the one that's going into dentistry. So Zach ended up saying, I'm doing this, and I just really want to be just like you, Dad. I said, oh, and Dr. Damon started crying instantly. Really, Dr. Damon, you could tell that he's a big softie. I don't think he's a pushover, but he's a softie. And it's just like, I think his children get in his heart. And I really loved that moment. Then the children embraced him, and they hugged in the confessional. Dr. Heavenly said, he never said he wanted to be like me. Of course, Dr. Heavenly's going to say something like that. Come on. So finally, all the pictures were done. It took all day, because after a while, Toya was getting stressed because they weren't getting it together, and they're about to lose their light. They go to have dinner. Simone announces in her confessional. Everything is still pretty awkward between everyone. Dr. Heavenly and T ain't talking. Dr. Heavenly and Contessa not really talking. Me and Quad haven't had our conversation yet. And I'm like, it's almost like Simone is proud that she is not having this conversation. I'm not saying that's what it was, but it's just like, what? I don't know what the topic was, but somehow it was about people owing people an apology. Quad does feel like some of the group owes her an apology for what they did to her. And then Quad said how she felt about it, and she went into her dramatic soliloquy. Toya wasn't buying it, and she was talking about she was bleeding out. It was just like she was bleeding out when you did all this, Then it turned to, I don't know who, but at least it got onto Brownleaf and Dr. Heavenly. Brownleaf is just not accepting any apology because she don't believe that it's genuine. But y'all both did stuff to each other. So it's just like, are y'all gonna keep harping on it or not? Like, what do you want? And just because you don't feel that it was genuine don't mean it wasn't genuine either. Not saying that Dr. Heavenly is not genuine when she is apologizing to some people, Then somehow the subject got switched to our Contessa and Brownlee friends. And Dr. Heavenly said, I don't believe it. I believe it's fake. And then somebody said, oh, we've been knowing each other for a while. I said, for a while? How long has she been in Atlanta area, Contessa? You're a doctor, and she's a government official. Cool. Maybe they're relating because I think they both were in the Army back in the day. I think Scott was in the Army too. So is that what they're relating to? When did y'all actually meet? When did y'all actually start hooking up or whatever? And as I keep saying, why does Contessa, a veteran, have to come through Brownleaf in order to get back on the show? Dr. Heavenly said, the Quad said that you told her that, no, this is a fake friendship. And some other things. I don't know exactly verbatim. And then she was like, so I said this, that. Quad was kind of quiet-ish. She was trying to say what she did say. It didn't sound negative, so it's almost like Dr. Heavenly's lying. I never really seen Dr. Heavenly lie. I've seen Dr. Heavenly say salacious stuff. We do know that Quad can exaggerate whatever she's talking about, so maybe that's what she's talking about. And if she said some things maybe she shouldn't have said, or whatever. I still don't think that Quad and Brownlee are that good of friends, but who am I? Who am I? But whatever. So at this point, Contessa's just like, so who's lying? Are you 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 lying? And Dr. Heavenly's like, oh, this is going to a different place. I just want to eat my food. Quit pointing at me. Dr. Heavenly even got up to start to leave. On her way to leaving, she ended up saying, quit putting this on me. You're just mad about your marriage. Da, 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 da. At this point, Contessa has gotten up. Who is in? Da, 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 da. So do you believe, I don't know how it got to this. So do you believe that my husband is abusive? And Dr. Heavenly said yes, as she said 3 years ago. And she said how you were abusive, how he is abusive. Then I think it got to the place where they were able to sit back down again. And somehow it got still with this whole situation with Dr. Heavenly on YouTube talking about her. I was watching that. Y'all may have some other points and all that, and that's cool. Everybody on that cast knows what Dr. Heavenly does on her show. How Dr. Heavenly is generating momentum to help keep people watching the show. And that's a proven fact. A lot of times, clips from the show aren't even made to the blogs. It's what's happening on Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel. That could be on there. As far as what she's saying. Whatever it is. Behind the scenes stuff. Making jokes. Saying outlandish stuff. Look, I do defend Dr. Heavenly, and I can also call out Dr. Heavenly. I just don't dislike her. So, y'all take it however you want to. But again, let's keep it cute. At some point, Dr. Heavenly said, what was it? At this point, Dr. Contessa started talking about Dr. Heavenly's tea. And saying that you don't have no friends. Your best friend is your daughter. And you have to buy your friends. You bought your daughter that store, the beauty store, that shop, and it didn't work. What are you talking about? If you are going to clap back, clap back. What are you talking about, Contessa? So that really means that you're not that good of a reader. Because it wasn't even prioritized right. It didn't even come out right, whatever you were trying to say. So you're trying to say that Heavenly buys her friends. Did she buy you? You were friends with her. Did she buy you? Like you're throwing out things thinking it's gonna just stick. And it might, because there's a lot of people that do not like Heavenly. Then you said that her and Daddy, they sleep in separate rooms. I said, oh. Or slept separate beds. Didn't even say rooms. I said, oh, okay. And then she said, well, at least I ain't got no mixed babies out there that are possibly named, that their last name is Kimes. I said, oh. Brownleaf, she was talking again. Somehow, all Dr. Heavenly said at some point that none of your husbands ain't ish. Talking about Scott and Greg. I don't understand it myself, but this was enough ammunition for Brownleaf to want to fight Dr. Heavenly. But Dr. Heavenly has said worse, way worse. And this is what has broken the camel's back, the straw off the camel's back. This is what I gotta say. But before we get there, at some point, Dr. Heavenly said, your mama is done. My mama is done. My mama that's been gone for 10 years. My mama has been gone. My mama is dumb. My mama is stupid. And Heavenly said yes. I'm not laughing at the comment. I'm laughing at Dr. Heavenly's answer. Is it low? But she just spewed all that other stuff out that y'all have just wiped out of your mind, except for the salacious stuff that's against Dr. Damon. Let's be clear. So at this point, she's ready for Dr. Heavenly to square up Hope. I said, oh, okay. So Dr. Heavenly's calling for security. Dr. Jackie's trying to trying to stop the situation physically, and she gets thrown to the ground. Sweet Tea had to pick her up. I said, Lord, 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 Lord. Lord, 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 Lord. And then Brownleaf ended up saying in her confessional, you know, I gotta help the elderly. Whatever, Sweet Tea. I'm so sick of arguing about ageism. You know what it is. I still don't understand why you want to be in this group. They're not your friends. They'll never be your friends. You're whatever. What I wanted to say about Dr. Heavenly is this. Do I know Dr. Heavenly can go too far? Yes. Does she say things that she shouldn't say? Yep. Some things for me are just not going to affect me. Contessa, I just find it odd, strange odd, that you are taking offense to your mama. Heavenly been saying that since she got on the show. And for you to be offended by it, to me it's weak. And why I say that is because a lot of Dr. Heavenly's reads are the same. A lot of things should not affect us like that. And it don't affect me. Like, you don't know how to just let things roll off your shoulder, ma'am. And I don't think you do. I can't tell you not to be hurt, but it's just like, why be hurt? You know Heavenly. You know what she gives. You know your mama's going to come out of her mouth eventually. But I do want to say this. Last year when Sweet Tea said it to Heavenly about your mama, she had something else to say. I mean, when she was saying your mom, or saying something about Dr. Heavenly's mom. So Dr. Heavenly clapped back with her infertility. The only thing you fans actually heard is what Dr. Heavenly said. Nothing about what Sweet Tea said as to why Dr. Heavenly responded the way that she responded. The same thing that's going on with Tessa. Because y'all have it in your mind that Dr. Heavenly is the villain, it don't matter what anyone else has said, and even why somebody is even reacting and talking like that. Y'all can go back. Go back. Go back. Go back as to why Dr. Heavenly, you said that was awful. What Dr. Heavenly said about her infertility. But it wasn't awful what she said about her mom that passed away. But again, it's still Dr. Heavenly's MO to say that. So it's just like, she's going to talk about your tea, and you're still offended, and you're still arguing. Like, all I can say is just feel how you feel, but some of this stuff doesn't even make sense. I'm just saying, but y'all can let me know in the comments. That's all I do have. There's probably things I've left out, and I definitely didn't know how to go play by play. Dr. Heavenly at the end was in a golf cart. She's still talking. Jackie just basically just said, shut up. And she started to cry. She found out that Dr. Jackie fell down and all that good stuff. So, but yeah. I can tell you when Dr. Heavenly is wrong and not. Y'all villainized Candace for saying that your mama was low budget. And now look at that devil that y'all got roaming around on Potomac. And it's to the point where you can't say nothing to her. She never got roasted, but somehow she's roasting other people, newbies on the show. She was able to isolate people out the group and tell people what was going to happen with the show, season 7. Y'all created a monster that is cast, production, and fans over there. I'm only going to watch, I haven't been watching the show, I've just been seeing clips. I'm only going to watch the reunion because I want to see what Thomas Jefferson's concubine has to say. That's all I'm really wanting to know. I want to know. I don't have any confidence that she's going to take any type of accountability. I mean, they're trying to appeal it anyway, so that's another way that she'll be able to hide, even though we got too much camera footage of how you actually were. Anyways, you know what's going on. 2 weeks, we're just off. I'm going to see if I can catch up on New York and just give y'all an overall summary of the episodes that I've did not want, that I did not watch. I might watch the reunion, but I don't know. Bren's in the front seat, and I just don't care. Even the feuds that they had don't even, whatever. And I don't believe that Bren is going to take any accountability for what she was doing to Uba. But whatever. That's all I have. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining me. I apologize for my energy. But anyways, happy holidays to you all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to ones that do honor it. And until the next video, I'm still going to be here on the weekends doing Kingdom Reign stuff, Carlos King stuff, own stuff still going on. But until the next time, peace.